Welcome to Module 1, Part 6 of Reclaiming Happiness. I'm Anna F., your tutor, and today we are exploring globalization and consumer culture. Globalization has become one of the most powerful forces shaping our world. It influences what we consume, how we live, and how we understand ourselves in a rapidly shifting global landscape. This lesson examines the relationship between globalization and consumer culture. We're going to consider how global trade, media, and technology reshape consumption patterns, and what that means for societies around the world. Let's begin. Let's start with trade. International trade agreements and relaxed regulations have allowed companies to reach far beyond their original markets. Iconic brands like Coca-Cola or McDonald's now operate globally, tweaking products for local preferences while preserving a unified brand identity. And this leads to a kind of cultural sameness, where global brands often take precedence over local goods, rituals, and traditions. At the same time, consumers now have access to an unprecedented variety of products, and platforms like Amazon and Alibaba make it possible to order almost anything from anywhere, connecting local consumers with global markets through fast and scalable digital infrastructure. But convenience comes at a price. The environmental impact of international shipping is substantial, and many supply chains rely on labor practices that raise serious ethical concerns. Another important dynamic: globalization often imports Western values like individualism, consumer freedom, and productivity into cultures where tradition, community, and myth may hold more sway. This can create a generational divide. Younger people might align themselves with global consumer ideals, while older generations resist. And the tension between these worldviews is fertile ground for media manipulation, for political polarization, and, of course, targeted marketing. To understand this dynamic more fully, let's look at some real-world examples. While American giants like Coca-Cola and Apple dominate global markets, other nations are increasingly asserting their own consumer empires as well. From China, companies like Alibaba, I've already mentioned, and Huawei have expanded rapidly, shaping e-commerce and telecommunications infrastructure across Asia and beyond. And from Russia, companies such as Yandex and Wildberries have made significant contributions to the consumer landscape across all of Eastern Europe and Central Asia. And these companies, like their Western counterparts, reflect how consumer culture travels, evolves, and adapts in response to local contexts. These examples illustrate a key truth: globalization is not unidirectional. It is a complex, competitive ecosystem where influence flows in multiple directions. Next, let's consider media. Media is the megaphone of consumer culture. From glossy magazine ads to TikTok trends, it shapes what we value and what we buy. Social media accelerates this process. Influencers construct compelling narratives around products, and trends don't just emerge, they are engineered, designed to go viral and influence behavior on a global scale. Media also reinforces cultural norms, linking happiness to luxury, success to beauty, and belonging to consumption. These ideals become aspirational, even unattainable, but they're powerful drivers of behavior. This raises an essential question: who benefits when we internalize these ideas? Now let's turn to technology. E-commerce has revolutionized the way we shop. With a smartphone, we can compare prices, read reviews, and purchase goods with just a tap. And this accessibility empowers consumers, true, but it also cultivates a culture of immediacy where we expect instant access to everything all the time. Add to this the rise of algorithmic marketing. Brands now use our personal data to create hyper-targeted ads. And while this can improve the shopping experience, it also brings up complex questions about surveillance, about consent, and of course, digital ethics on the whole. Who collects our data? Who profits from it? And what are the long-term consequences of a market that knows us so intimately? To conclude, globalization has deeply reshaped consumer culture. Trade opens access but risks cultural erasure and ethical blind spots. Media drives trends and narratives that influence identity. Technology empowers, but also exposes the consumer. And the rise of global consumer giants from the US, from Russia, from China, and beyond reminds us that influence today is both competitive and deeply interconnected. These forces affect not just what we buy, but how we perceive ourselves and how we relate to the world around us. This lesson completes Module 1, Introduction to Systems of Oppression. And in our next video, we're going to begin Module 2, yay, the pursuit of consumer attention, of your attention. I'm very excited about that. And of course, this video was made possible thanks to AI Tutor, a fantastic resource for students and educators. Thank you so much for creating this platform for us. Please stay connected here and follow me on Instagram for lifestyle content that hopefully also supports your pursuit of happiness in a very busy world. I'm artistanna.f there. I would also like to remind you that I offer one-on-one coaching sessions helping you to achieve your goals in, well, I'd like to think, a powerful and transformative way. So that's also possible. There's a link in the description. I'm going to see you in the next video. And until then, let's keep challenging the systems that hold us back. Let's shape a future where happiness, style, and self-image truly belong to you.